Time for Insights. Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Here's what we're going to cover in this video. We'll be around 70 much of this week, which is slightly cooler than average. The only exception, Thursday, warmest day this week, well into the 70s. Some spots touch 80. It's a mainly dry stretch as well. There'll be some Wednesday showers in far southern New England. We'll take a look at that. Early weekend preview and some interesting stuff in the tropics, both the Atlantic and the Pacific that I want to show you. Meanwhile, have you caught our stream yet? Continuous weather 24/7, anytime, anywhere, 1degreeoutside.live. If you have a smart TV, open up the YouTube app, search 1 Degree Outside Network. You'll see the little live button. You can click on it and watch us that way. And of course, access to it, tap to watch at the top of our free weather app. We got some much needed rainfall this weekend with Saturday thunderstorms and some of the Sunday rain. Lowest totals in northern New England, where we could actually use more rain, with the top 5 driest 3-month period in some spots, but over an inch, 1 to 2 inches for many spots from southern Maine back down into southern New England. Some isolated amounts that went over 3 inches, a little bit less on Cape Cod and particularly in Nantucket as well. Now, it's a dry stretch to start this week, but the main weather feature I'm keeping an eye on is this front that's offshore. There's several different waves of low pressure kind of rippling along it, all the way from the Gulf, stretching off the Carolina coastline. Temperature-wise, no big extremes across the country, with the exception of the desert Southwest. That's the hot spot in the country, and the Pacific Northwest. Just a huge contrast compared to where they were last week with the record-breaking highs, cooler than average temperatures, and some unsettled weather with some showers coming into the Pacific Northwest. Otherwise, here come a couple of those waves, and they'll come close enough that we get some showery activity in through southern New England during the day on Wednesday. I will take a closer look at that in a second. Cold front comes in on Thursday, kind of helps to squash that front offshore. And notice the front as it comes in, not a lot of moisture with it, but does bring a reinforcing shot of cooler air after a little bit of warmth out ahead of it on Thursday, as a new area of high pressure built in for the upcoming weekend. So day by day, our Tuesday featuring lots of sunshine. There'll still be some high, thin clouds, particularly on Cape Cod and perhaps southeastern Massachusetts, those cirrus clouds that filter the sunshine just a bit. And those will increase Tuesday night, so that by Wednesday, it's a chance of a shower. Cape Cod, South Shore, South Coast, back over down towards Long Island Wednesday morning. And there'll be some showers around in those spots Wednesday afternoon. If this little wave tracks a little closer, the heaviest bands of rain are offshore, but some of them may rotate in on Cape Cod. So we'll watch that closely. Again, time frame will be Wednesday during the afternoon and evening. The rest of us, it's a dry day, but central and southern New England, we're into some of the thicker clouds. Then the cold front comes in out ahead of it. We go 75 to 80 on Thursday. The humidity ticks up a little bit, but it's not anything overly oppressive. You may notice it if you're sensitive to it. Dew point up near 60 briefly. And then there's not moisture with it. There's no green on the map. So maybe some passing clouds as it comes on through from north to south. It kind of dies over us. And then that new area of high pressure builds in for Friday. Beautiful end to the week, pleasant. Again, cool nights, crisp days is the theme here. And that high builds south for the start of the weekend, which means it's going to be a fantastic Saturday as it looks right now as well. So really a nice stretch, and you'll see it in the 14-day forecast if you track it on our app, which is free. Thousands of 5-star reviews. You get the hourly forecast, the stream, which you can tap to watch at right at the top, individual videos below that, the send to us tab for pictures. Just search Noyes' 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. High temperatures for our Tuesday, 70 to 75. There will be a wind off the ocean. So right at the shore, we're right around 70, 65 to 70 on the Cape. Northeast will be a little gusty, over 20 miles per hour occasionally on Cape Cod. And then for Tuesday night, some 30s on the map. Northern New Hampshire, back up into upstate New York, many spots in the 40s, all the way down through the Merrimack Valley, down through Worcester County, down through Hartford as well. Look at Pittsfield at 40. So it's a chilly start on Wednesday morning. Notice we're a little bit milder thanks to some cloud cover and the wind off the ocean, 50s to lower 60s for the south shore of the Cape. Wednesday, we don't rebound much in those spots. We'll be 65 to 70 with thicker clouds and a chance of a shower in southeastern New England that may sneak up towards the Boston area, south coast of Connecticut, eastern Connecticut, and Rhode Island as well. North of that, because the sun's out, we're a little bit milder. So the warmer spots are in northern New England where we go 72 to 78 degrees on Wednesday. Here's that threat for a shower on Wednesday, by the way. Don't be surprised if this gets bumped up a little bit in terms of the percent chance over southeastern Massachusetts, and maybe comes down a little bit from southern Vermont into the Berkshires, but it's about a 30 to 50% chance. The farther north than that, you're dry because you're removed from that low pressure and that wave that's out over the ocean. Thursday, picture perfect. Top 10 weather day, in my opinion, looking fairly low humidity, lots of sunshine, temperatures running either side of about 80 degrees. The wind will be light enough. We get some sea breezes that do kick in locally at the coastline. In the meantime, we take a look at the tropics in the Atlantic. And last week and even over the weekend, we had these disorganized clusters of thunderstorms. Wait, what's this? This actually looks fairly organized. Could this become a named system? Well, if you notice what's going to be happening with the dust, the dry air, it's in an environment that doesn't have much dust right now. Dust, of course, inhibits development of thunderstorms with dry air. And that dust is going to make westward progress right into the path of where that cluster of thunderstorms is headed. So no chance of that developing, or a very low chance as we head into the coming days. And that's really the only thing we're keeping an eye on in the Atlantic. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, Hurricane Kiko, Category 2 storm, but continues to weaken and will pass north of the Hawaiian Islands as a tropical storm during the day on Tuesday night, and then be well north and west of the islands as a tropical system through the end of the week, weakening even further. Some wind shear kind of ripping it apart on the southwest side, and also some relatively cooler ocean temperatures. Nonetheless, makes a close enough pass to the island chain that we do get some big wave action. Outside the center of the storm, there's some 10 to 20 foot seas. So the north side of some of the islands during the day tomorrow, and then you notice during the day on Wednesday, get into some wave action. Then it will ease after that. But just like here at home, increased surf, swells, some beach erosion, and of course, dangerous rip currents right on through the middle and even end of the week. Although the storm departs, it takes some time for those seas to gradually ease through the end of the week, but no direct impact from a landfall or anything from Kiko there. If you like our content, reminder, you can get more as a member. 4 different membership levels to choose from. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com for the info and how to sign up. And of course, if you want to rep our brand with the swag, t-shirts, hats, umbrellas, cups, gift cards, you name it, different sizes and colors to choose from too, all at swag.onedegreeoutside.com.